How's it going?
I'm doing lekker. I am excited about today. Oh wait, let me tell you about last night. I went to watch a theater show called Lighty Mini Biscuits. Super sad.
I like too many biscuits.
Lighty. Lighty means Afrikaans word for little oakie.
No, I know that. I know that.
But for the viewers.
Okay.
So the play is incredible. It's written by Christo Davids. It's super sad. It's based on a true story about a boy that's got Down syndrome that was shot by the police during the COVID riots because
hectic.
some of the policemen, it was
Like
crazy.
not in America.
No, it was local, El Dorado Park.
Sure.
So it's just...
yeah, I remember that story.
it was terrible. So it's kind of based on that story, but it was just one of those, a lot of social commentary.
Oh.
There's one line in the show that goes, so it's people of color, that's like colored people, if I can use that term, like Afrikaans, people of color, but there's a line where they all fight, and then the policeman is also a colored guy, and then the other one confronts him and says, "But these are your people. Everyone's colored there." And he's like, "They're from my race." Race means la race in Afrikaans. So he goes, "They're from my race, but they're not from my class," which is brutal, dude. But in Afrikaans it rhymes. So it's like, "Hulle is my ras, maar nie my klas." And everyone in the freaking theater were like, "Whoa." But it was, it's beautiful, dude. I like to cry in a theater because it just slaps you.
It's
No one
dark.
can see you.
It's dark and no one can see you crying.
Yeah.
So
But that was my night.
I went to a product launch last night in the conservation space, and it was really nice to see like how South African companies are coming together to like do their part for conservation and that. So that was also quite feel good. Also like teary moments because they show you like rhinos with the horns cut off. So like. Yeah, anyways. But that is how things are going for now, but it is time to roll the credits.
I wanted to ask you if you have one of those horns in the front of your car. Remember that movement?
The plastic
Yeah.
board. It's cool.
Welcome back to House Life with Thema and Bauer.
Yes, we've committed.
We've committed. Your name comes first. Fine. Today on the show, super excited. I've known her for a while. We've done some work together. I told Themba he's going to love her voice. She's got one of the most beautiful voices. I've never heard her sing. I don't know if she can sing, but I bet she can sing. Pretty voice. Super amazing actress. And even way better entrepreneur. And we're going to talk about the businesses and the acting stuff.
Nice.
Everything in between. Anything you want to add?
No, I'm excited. This is an adventure for me.
Here we go. Shonisani Masutha, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
She does have a lovely voice.
But
voice.
I'm intimidated a little bit now.
That is expensive voice. She's gonna invoice us hard for this. Thank you so much for your time to be here. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, we'll kick off the question, and that is, how is life?
Life is actually really good right now.
Yeah.
And you would think that I'd be suffering from like year-end fatigue, but I just started this thing called 75 Hard Challenge. But the thing is, I'm not doing it the 75 Hard way. I'm doing it like the 75 Shonisani way.
Yeah.
But it's like really like giving me a new lease on life. It's making me feel like I took a walk the other day. Imagine, I took a walk the other day. I was looking at the birds. I looked at the trees, the different colored greens. I felt so like grateful to be alive. That's where I am right now in
You
my
were
life.
walking and you weren't on your phone. That is
Crazy,
incredible.
right?
What
But,
is this?
You know, it's also
So
South
what do you
African.
do? 72 hours of...
Explain that.
Okay, cool. So 75 Hard, you have to do an indoor workout, right?
Okay.
Then you have to do an outdoor workout, both 45 minutes. You have to
Boa
read...
is already exhausted at the thought of this. But
I'm gonna stitch already. I need water. Give me some water.
and then you have to do 10 pages. You have to read 10 pages of non-fiction book.
Oh, hectic.
Then you also have to be like on a good diet. I'm not saying eat leaves, like, don't be a herbivore, but, just eat healthy. Don't go to McDonald's,
Don't get sad,
whip up something. Have some noodles if you must, And then you can't have alcohol when you're doing it for the day.
Okay.
And
So is that all in one day? So the
Yeah, this
75
is all-
hard is everything must happen in one day.
in one day, it's on an app. So you get a widget on your phone and it tracks you the whole day. Like, did you do your first thing? Did you do your second thing? Oh, you have to drink 2 liters of water minimum. And then you have to take a progress picture. Those are the things you have to do every single day. So,
Damn.
yeah.
And you must go to work.
Well, yes, you have to work around it while working for yourself and then also working for the man.
But what I like about it, let's find the good and the bad.
Okay.
The good is I think it helps to implement new habits into your life because out of those things, maybe one or two will stick. And it's all those things sounds healthy. Even just reading 10 pages or taking a walk. Maybe not all of them stick, but maybe you find like I really like walking, and then I start walking every day.
But I like a good walk. There's something. I don't do it nearly as much as I should, and I think they say like you should try to get to like 10,000 steps in a day.
Yeah.
Where am I now?
Why don't I wear my watch?
Where's my step counter here? How does this thing
I'm
work?
on 3,500. I've got so much walking to do today.
It's just 7.5. You know, you'll be fine.
7,500 steps somehow. But there is something very cool about just simplifying life, because I mean, we'll get into how hectic your life is, being multifaceted and like extremely talented. But just taking a moment and going, hey man, like a walk, it's just me. You notice the different shades of green, because sometimes green just seems like green, and you start looking at them and look at what's changed in your neighborhood. Like that's one thing.
Right.
You know, you drive into a city for the first time, you notice every like detail. You see the buildings and stuff. When you drive down your same street or like whatever after the 100th time, you don't know that the bin went missing or that the street lamp used to be this way and now it's that way or something. So there's something really cool about looking at things that you like, your everyday environment, and just seeing it in a new light.
I've actually made friends with literally every single lady that owns a stall in my neighborhood. The paras at the robot, like they look out for me now. We're besties. They're like,
same WhatsApp group.
They call me gal. Hey gal, and then they ask me like how to get them kaba down. I'm like, I'm also trying, but once I get this unlocked, I'm gonna give you tips too.
So if you do well, is there like a score count? You can't you compete with other people?
No, the you're the score. Your body is the score. Your progress, your knowledge after reading 10 nonfiction pages a day. I mean, I finished the book already. I finished The Power of Habit, and now I'm reading The Art of Creativity. So it's fun. It's also like, it's nice reading.
I can still read. I still got it. For education.
I think the ability to read, because I do like a lot of like audiobooks and stuff. Okay, I look at it because drive a lot, and then it's the perfect like opportunity to feel like everyone just took a cough there. It's a perfect opportunity to just like absorb information. So there's nothing wrong with audiobooks and podcasts, like information, like but I do feel like there's a very cool discipline to sitting down and going. I suppose it's the same as walking and look at your trees. But like to sit and go, okay, 10 pages.
It just makes me so tired. Like that's why I like audiobooks more. Reading, it just, and also
it's
when
it's a phase of your life, man. Like,
maybe
it's like a sleeping pill.
It's that dad phase. You're just gonna watch this one episode.
But also, if I'm just gonna drive 5 hours, an audiobook will kill 5 hours. Quick sticks, and you dig it, depending on the voice. But reading, I mean, 5 hours of reading is rough.
That's rough.
Last time I did that was
Shoni's
Twilight.
voice, you'd listen to the whole thing. I bet you.
You think?
Bet you would,
Should I get into audiobooks, you guys?
Shoni, you would kill. I don't know. Do you do a lot of voiceover work?
I mean, I used to, not so much anymore. But now I think I just do it for my own brand, So yeah.
I think
I need to
audiobook.
get you, get us. I need to get you, get us on our books.
Yes.
I need to get you in our studio.
Whatever
on
you
our
said,
books.
yes.
Yes.
Times
Yeah.
1,000.
But let's talk about it. So you are entrepreneurial actress. I'm probably leaving out the whole list of other accolades and titles. How this life by design? How did you get here?
The life is definitely by design. Apparently, I just popped out of my mom and I had so much energy and I just apparently I just like was just this ball of fire going around in the house.
Yeah, since a baby.
From when I was a baby. So they were like, what do we do with this? And I'm the third out of 5. So they were like, what
They were
do we
tired
do?
already.
Yeah, of course. They did
third one who's got the most
their work.
energy.
Exactly. They're like, oh my gosh, now this one. So when I was 4, they put me in weekendly drama school.
Yeah.
What is it called? The Lambda Drama School. Yeah. So I would just be there just doing Eisteddfods, poems, prose, all of that from when I was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I did this show called Small Talk on SABC2. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Were you one of the kids?
I was one of the kids and I was a like
No, do you have footage of that?
yes, I do.
We
like
need to do that.
at
Send
home
me
in
that.
Cape Town. I will. Wait, it's on VH. It's on the tape.
Yeah, but I mean, someone could
We'll
digitize
get
it.
to
Can
it.
you, okay, if you can do that, you can do that.
show.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
Yeah. So I was one of those girls. I was one of those babies on Small Talk. And oh my gosh, I even remember it was in grade 2.
Yeah.
And we were in class and then we got what's it called? The intercom. And they were reading out names of little girls to come to the hall. So everyone thought we were in trouble. So everyone's like, ooh. It's a Shonisani. Ooh. So I was like, cool. Then we get to the hall. And it's like SABC2 camera crews and stuff. And there were like 10 of us chosen in the whole school. And we were auditioning for Small Talk. And we didn't even know. They were like, yeah, these are the ones that talk the most in class. So audition these ones.
Yeah. How is that so like serendipitous? Everybody else like, shut up, don't talk in the class. And look at you.
And it's working for us, right? So us, me and all the naughty kids, we got there to the hall and then they just sit you down and they ask you random questions. And they took us based on how outrageous our answers were, basically.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So you fell in love with the entertainment, well, I don't want to say entertainment industry at that age, but I listened to the podcast of, I forgot her name. She wrote that book, I'm Glad My Mom Died. The book went like viral. Gianna, something like that.
Yes, Jenna McCurdy.
So her story is her mom wanted this more than her. And she had like she got like a love-hate relationship with entertainment now. Even though she's super famous, her book went #1. The book is called I'm Glad My Mom Died. The book exploded #1.
Like I have no context of it.
But it's
like,
brutal.
that's
Terrible
She was a Nickelodeon star, but it was all her mom just pushing her the whole time into this dream. And that's why when her mom passed away, she's like, finally, I'm glad. But anyway,
Peace.
So my question is, you knew from a young age this is what I liked. I like doing this. It was a great way to like get energy out, but also you kind of knew you were good at it.
I don't know if at that age you can feel like if I'm good or not, because a lot of the times you're just being yourself and then like all the old people around you will start laughing and like patting you on the back and giving you pin pops and bubbaloo, and you're like, oh, they must like this.
Bring back the sweets.
The OG.
Pin pops. Push pop. Don't push your friends. Push pop. What's it?
Was that the ad?
I don't know. But I remember the sweets. Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah. And then I got onto Small Talk and I was like one of those children who you bet on because you're going to get your big money, you know, because they pick you there. And then my downfall.
How I got cancelled.
Career highs and career.
I got cancelled when I was 11.
So I think I was 7 and some change. And then they asked me, how are clouds made? So I was so cocky because Miss Black, our principal, had just read us in the library the story of this guy and this other guy on top of Table Mountain or something, smoking a pipe and having a competition. And that's how we get the tablecloth. So I go, I got this. And I tell the whole story. And this guy who had been riding with me for so long loses a lot of money because he's like, no, Shoni, she knows that.
Yeah.
And then I was the cloud girl for the rest of primary school, so that's fun.
Imagine that happened now. Like that would be a meme. Like
100%.
You could have. It could have almost been a meme had it been a different time. That's incredible.
Shame, poor guy. I wonder if he's walking around. That young girl cost me 50K. Oh, that is funny.
It's so disappointed. Just like
because it's a stranger. It's a lot of money to put on a stranger. We would like, who wants to be a millionaire? At least you call a friend or your father. Here it's like, this is a stranger.
And the worst part is that I should have known. Like in terms of, I had him.
Yeah.
We made that money, and then
on that question, let's talk. Who wants to be a millionaire? Answer from each of you. If you had to be there and you got a difficult question, who's your go-to person? Who would you phone for help?
I would call my sister Shonisani Masutha. She knows everything about everything.
Okay, nice.
My brother is super smart. I was actually part of the Afrikaans version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire last year, but we played for charity, so everyone, it was like a couples thing, and then you win money for charity, and we won our episode, but we didn't want a lot of money. We won 20,000 rand, which is not more than nothing. But it's not like people that won like 500K.
Sounding very privileged right now.
Just 20,000 rand.
But I mean, people win like 1 million rand of those things.
That's also true because it's in the name. I mean.
Exactly. Yeah.
Funny enough, if I was asked that, I'd probably also phone my brothers, which makes me think we're the 3 less bright siblings of the family.
We're the other ones.
Just to be on camera, baby. That's what it is. So you've had a long career then in entertainment. How do you elevate it from like such a cool starting point? Because I think one of the difficult things for a lot of people is if you start on like a really high point, like we've spoken about it in terms of content, if you post a video that blows up, now all of a sudden you've got this mark.
Yeah, you have to go viral.
Yeah. So you've been on SABC2, Small Talk. Do
you know what I think it is? I think this whole thing about like God writing your life, your script before you're even like every day you think, oh, I'm making a different. He knew I was going to do 75 hard back when I was doing small talk, if you know what I mean. So I think that's the thing that keeps me getting these opportunities, that keeps me, because unlike Jenna McCurdy, I'm not like going out into the world searching for these opportunities. They're kind of coming to me when I'm in the same environment that they are in, and then so on and so forth. And that's how my life has been, really. I've just always been in the right place at the right time.
Did you said where's the gap? Did you study that side as well?
I was born and raised in Cape Town.
Okay.
I'm a Cape Townian at heart.
Thoughts and prayers.
So yeah.
But
prayers,
Try
prayers.
not to have feelings about that.
So yeah, no, born and raised in Cape Town, and yes, went to all my schools, junior school, high school, university, everything Cape Town.
UCT or
UCT.
Oh yes. Like,
And then I feel like Cape Townians who are like born and bred Cape Townians would never come to Joburg.
Okay. The only problem with Cape Town is the blatant racism. It is crazy. And the city is slow. Imagine you have a presentation at work at 8 a.m. and Postnet opens at 9 a.m. So you can't even go print or whatever. In Joburg, that would never happen. Postnet opens at 7 a.m. here. Do you understand? Like in Cape Town, it's whatever, it opens at 9.
Yeah.
So and then me, I've got this thing going on inside of me all the time. Yeah. And Cape Town's more like, let's just get a couple brewskis and like hike. And it's just my
People
personality.
knocking off at 3 in the afternoon. Like we know and it's not to bash Cape Town or Cape Townians or anything. It's just the way things are.
Yeah.
But I've also just like every time you send an email and then you're not gonna hear from a person for
you know when I contact someone and they say like, listen dude, I'm going to Cape Town, so I'm like, what, there's no internet there? What's the difference between going to Cape Town and Potch? Just reply like a normal person.
I have to give my Cape Town friends like maybe a month's notice if I'm coming to. Like I can't say, dudes, I'm gonna be in Cape Town tomorrow and let's link up and have a chat or whatever. People are like, ooh,
that's my nap time.
Like, I have to come around the mountain.
And also, the sun sets at 9. You got so much time to hang out.
Too much time, arguably.
Joburg is like,
same.
Where do you live? Oh, Kempton. That's for 40 minutes. I'll come through.
But did you study drama?
Yes, I did.
Or musical theatre?
Theatre and performance.
Oh. Was the plan was it musical theatre? Was that your big dream?
No, no, I've never been, even though I sing a lot in terms of my daily Shonisani life, I never wanted to do it more for like musical theatre because I did enter Idols.
Oh snap! Nice.
This is incredible.
Oh my God. It wasn't good. I was 16.
That's why she's here today.
I was 16. And I remember I got through the first round. Now, they audition you before they audition you, before you get to Marlo and them. So then I did that first little audition, and I remember they looked at me like, oh, baby, you're so young. Let your voice mature, and then you will be able to. And I took that as a girl. You can't sing, get out of here, do something else, pivot. So I pivoted.
But I just want to say, I want to commend you for being 16 and going, I'm going to enter, because that time Idols was a big thing.
Yes.
But just to have the hustle and the courage to be like, I'm going to put myself out there. I definitely did not have the courage.
Really?
At 16 to be like, oh God, I can back myself.
But even like the whole pursuit of your dreams and stuff. Like I've heard way too many stories of people that were hanging around in the mall and got like spotted. Like I legit thought that's how it happened. Kind of thing. Like, I was like, I just need to hang out at malls while like you're actually out there pursuing your things. And I mean, I suppose you don't feel like you've missed out anything by that having.
Not at all. And also, it's my parents. It's 100% my parents. I have the most supportive structure that's my superpower. It's my parents. They will literally drive to Grabo and wait for me auditioning and just sit there and do whatever. I don't know what they told their office that day. Yeah. And they'll wait for me to audition or whatever, and then they'll drive me back. And they always that's why I had so much confidence at 16 to audition for Idols. My parents have made me think that I am God's gift to the world, to the entertainment industry since I was 4. So
that's awesome. I think we can commend your parents. I don't know them, but shout out to Shonisani's parents. Because I mean, that parents is one of those things either make or break you. It's a lot like teachers as well. We all have that story of that one teacher either believed in you and like told you, listen, you can do this. Play rugby or do that writing thing. Or it's like the teacher that just ruined you or broke you down, and then it's ruined your life.
And it's so nuanced. Like one of the things my dad always said to me is like you never call somebody stupid. Like if you're upset with someone, you might say to them, listen, what you did was stupid or what you did was silly, but that you are stupid and labeling a person. Because if you say what you did was silly, I'm like, okay, and I've got the opportunity to not do that silly thing again, and that's fine, I can change it. But something as simple as saying to someone, oh, you are silly. Now it's attached to me. And, you know, some of us have the confidence to just be like, I know better than that. Or so like some people, like it plagues them. And I think like teachers especially don't know how much of an influence, and even as parents, like you got to be so careful with the language you use, and not even like a PC world, like, oh, you can't do this with your kids or whatever. It's literally just a case of the way you say things can have such an incredible impact on somebody's confidence. And like that is what this world is. Like the difference between people, I think, who get ahead and people who don't, it's literally the confidence to say, I'm going to go and do an Idols audition, and it doesn't work. And you know what? Guess what? I've got something else up my sleeve. I'm going to keep going and rocking up. So hats off for being that. So
you didn't
Idols
get it at 16. You didn't get it at 16?
Oh no. And then I decided maybe singing isn't for me, right? But I was still in drama because I did drama from grade 8 as well, and all the way through grade 1 to 7. Then grade 8 also did as an elective, and I got like crazy high marks for drama because it just came so easy for me. So I was like, I'm going to keep this because it's keeping my aggregate high and I love it. And then it was time to matriculate and go to university. So I was thinking, these parents who've had me in drama school since I was 4, they're going to allow me to go study theatre performance, right?
Yeah.
Wrong.
Oh.
My dad was like, okay, my girl, fun time is over. Now you'll be studying business science, law and economics. Specializing in marketing or something. I was like,
Excuse.
yeah. So I did that for a year, and then it didn't work out for me.
Yeah.
Like I got excluded. UCT were like, you know?
Yeah.
So in order to get back into UCT after you've been excluded, you have to apply to another department. You can't go back to your department. And if that department takes you, you're back in. It's like nothing happened. It's like a blink, a little bit of exclusion, a little bit back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I then applied to theatre and performance, and they only accept 30 people in the whole world a year.
Yeah.
So my parents were like, okay, girl, if you can get into this place that only accepts 30 people, then fine.
Yeah.
We'll pay for it. It's fine. And then I auditioned. What is it? Still I Rise. Maya Angelou. I auditioned, and then I got in, and I was like, let's go.
Just delivered the most like eloquent delivery. You're in.
Especially Maya Angelou. It's like the deepest,
You know what I mean?
most reflecting monologue ever.
Yeah, no. And then
So
did my drama degree.
So you got your degree, and then you have to go to your first audition for your first show. Can you remember how terrifying you were, or maybe you're the person's like, oh no, auditions, that's easy.
It was terrifying. I think my first audition was Mubango.
Did you get it?
Yes.
Slam dunk.
But it's all you sort of 10 years of doing all the other freaking every Saturday.
It was nerve-wracking because I had to fly up to Joburg, and it's the first time in the SABC buildings, and you know they're so old, and like you can just feel Jack Mabaso and all of them walking before you, and I was just in a long line of hopefuls, and everyone looked so much more than me. But then I just thought to myself, if you can just be Shoni while auditioning, no one else can be you. And then I did that, and I was just this weird, quirky vendor girl, and I don't think they'd ever you know, because normally vendor girls are more like submissive, you know, just more calmer than Shoni. They're a calmer breed.
So can I ask you about like the audition process? This is always a funny thing that we find is you get to the audition, and this is more like for like short form TVC sort of stuff, but you get in there, you see the regular faces, you're like, hey, and everybody does that whole good luck, and we're all like, I hope he doesn't get it. Yes, Lord, don't let him get it. What's your take on auditions? Do you just sit?
I love it. I think it keeps me alive.
Yeah.
You know, I also don't self-tapes at home. I don't believe that proves you enough. You need to have that fear of God inside of you and your stomach churning, and then that pressure, and then that's your performance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't be laid back at your house like, oh, pause, let me, no. I love that feeling, that nervousness of auditioning. I love it. Yeah.
But we've spoken before about you doing live with your flash show, and I was saying like people don't really realize the contrast between shot stuff where you can just go, oh no, I don't like that, let me redo it.
Yeah.
And when you live, when your brain has that tick 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 tick, you got to keep speaking, say something, and please don't let that something get you into get you
have
to
like multitask next level.
Yeah.
So you got the role. Are you a method actor in that sense, or you just like take it day by day? Are you someone that can switch on the character, or do you, as they said, take the character home?
I'm one of those an actor prepares type actors. So you know what I mean? Like, if I am gonna play, say, what is it? What role can I remember now?
Tell us about the first role. Like, what was she?
She was this naive, like, she was this like little like spoilt brat, slay queen girl who, because her older sister ran away from the chief, she was now going to be married to the chief to replace. For the family was going to offer her to replace the other sister running away, but it didn't work out because she likes things too much. She's too much of this world now. She wants to TikTok. She wants to this. She wants to, and the chief of
chief's
Venda,
new wife is like, what's wrong with her?
the chief ain't trying to do all of that. So like, that was, but that wasn't that much I had to prepare for, because you know what I mean. That's just real life.
Yeah. that's me at 11.
That's an extension of myself. Yeah.
But yeah, no, sometimes, so I, in Istembi, so I had to play this girl who's from the village, whose parents never allowed her to go to school. And now she's just turned to a life of taunting men for their money and gold digging professionally. But she's not doing it because she went to school and she's like, no, I just want a man to take care of me. She's doing it because this is what she's doing to survive. This is the only way. She hasn't been given other tools to survive. So now she's doing it. And for that, I had to ask some questions to some people. Yeah. My mom has a similar story. Like, her dad didn't allow her to go to school when she was younger. You know what I mean? She had to like sneak into classes and stuff. So I had to ask her, how was that like to have a family where your brothers, by the way, are going to grade 1 to 7 or whatever. And you have to stay home and like, shura, which is like, put the cow dung on the floor and make it like polish the main area there in the middle of your... Yeah, so there's stuff like that. You have to ask questions.
That's such a wild concept. Like, where we live in a world where children are trying to run away from school and like not learn and stuff. To have that thirst, to be like, I want, like, I'm gonna sneak out to go and do something like learn or it's
just like upskill yourself almost.
Yeah,
but I think it's gonna happen more and more because of how non-traditional jobs are getting. Think about like if you want to be a social media influencer or whatever it is, like you don't, obviously there's training and you can go study it now, but like with the people that had to do it first, that like just gooi themselves in the deep end.
Yeah.
I want to ask, go?
No?
I want to ask about how many languages can you speak?
You know what? That's the good question, because I feel like I can understand all the languages, right? In South Africa and sometimes abroad. But it's just replying.
International.
You know what I mean? It's just replying that is my big... And it's because of my tone a lot of the time. Like, sometimes even to an Afrikaans person, I'll be like... Hoe gaan dit? Oh, dit gaan goed, dankie. En met jou? Oh, kiteng, kiteng.
Yeah, you can fake it hard almost.
You know what I mean? Or like, molo. And they're like, no, it's molo. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's the tone and all of that. But I feel like if there was no tone, I could get them all.
Have you ever done a role where it's like I'm talking about like Mamutebe the other day. He said yes to a Zulu audition. He told the people, I can speak Zulu. And then he got the science and he had to like start auditioning. And they were just like, bro, you're not
even remotely Zulu.
Yeah. Like, so have you done something like that where you kind of faked it till you make it and said
100%. My second role ever, I played a girl named Nandi on a Mzansi Magic movie called On the Ropes. And Nandi is a Xhosa girl from a Xhosa family. And yes, I grew up in Cape Town. And yes, I knew the language, like, However, like I said, the tone, the accent, you can just hear when someone's like,
trying
Ndilambile versus how they say it. You know what I mean? So that's
an interesting one though, like for in the voiceover space. So like I'm learning later on in my life, let me focus on the things that I'm good at, let me not, I don't advertise things that I'm not good at or anything like that. And so whenever I get asked to do a VO and there's a bit of vernac, like I'm always just like, guys, please let's not go there, because it always sounds so Santon. It's just like people hear it and they're like, yeah.
It's not nice.
So I'm just like, if I start seeing vernac on the paper, I'm like, guys, I'm gonna show you how it sounds quick. Yeah. And then we'll make a call.
Yeah.
Because
I'm gonna give you a little taster. I'm gonna give you a taster. You're not
give
gonna
me a
like. That's amazing.
And everybody's like, thank you for being honest. You can go. You can go.
No, and you have to. You have to take
back.
it seriously. Yeah, you have to take it seriously, because a lot of the times it's going to reach people who have only ever spoken that language their whole lives, and the slightest intonation or cadence that's off, it changes the whole sentence. You've like butchered a language.
Full on arguments.
Yeah.
Like where like three people will have three different viewpoints about how a word will end or start or something. It's it's a crazy thing, man. But yeah, kudos.
And
but
a lot of times it's just this. It's not even the word. Meaning, it's the when do you go up? When does the voice go up?
The emphasis on the wrong syllable. Yeah.
So,
Pretty much.
Incredible. I love that.
Haven't you heard that?
No. I always try. I've dabbled in trying to do like voiceover training, because when I started doing voiceovers, there was absolutely no one other than Chilulemba that was like actually putting stuff out there. A lot of the other voiceover artists were like super cagey and like wouldn't let you. They wouldn't send the elevator down to pick you up, kind of thing. And so to learn, and so I was like, I'd love to be one of the guys that put some sort of info out there, and tone and cadence and all those things. It's so funny that you can hear it when it's wrong, but it's so hard to I'm going to the shop, or I'm going to the shop, and it's like that emphasis completely changes the meaning of a word. But that's just arts and
language, linguistics.
You mentioned God earlier. Are you a spiritual/religious person, churchgoer, or whatever faith you subscribe to? Is that a big part of your life?
I am. I'm Lutheran. I am. You know what? I don't go to church like every Sunday, but the events, Easter, Christmas, Ash Wednesday.
When there's a camera. When the church is shooting some promo content.
I love the way you did the shoulder shrug on the Ash Wednesday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The message comes out. Listen, guys, this week at church we're shooting a promo. Shoni's like, I'm there early.
Guys, listen, literally, okay. If you only speak to one of your uncles on his birthday when you send a birthday message, it doesn't mean you don't love him, okay?
Yeah.
It just means it's his birthday, so you're going to acknowledge him. But you love him all the time. You're not going to WhatsApp him, hey, how are you every morning, like a crazy person. So that's what I'm saying. But with God, I literally every morning I wake up, I listen to gospel, right? And I clean the house and I clean my space and I get ready to go to the gym. That's like my first thing. And that's what my mom taught me. That's what when I grew up, I'd wake up and she wakes up at like 4 crazy hours. And I would wake up and there'd always be SABC2 Morning Live playing and gospel playing in the background, you know what I mean? And that's just, you got to start the day with God, finish the day with God. And I am quite religious. I believe quite heavily because God's done so much for my life. There's no other explanation. When I think about the things that I've been privileged enough to experience, I'm like, gotta be God.
What's your gospel jam? What do you go to?
Okay, so right now I love
is it more like Hillsong vibes or is it more like local flavor?
Hillsong can't be gospel.
Hillsong is gospel.
They have gospel.
Oh, so wait, so are you saying gospel as in worship music or like how do I say?
Wait,
Christian
what's the
rock?
difference?
Are you saying Hillsong's not gospel?
I've got a song.
I feel like Hillsong is very like.
But that is gospel. Gospel is the lyrics.
Yeah, it is. Isn't it all just the same?
Yeah, Hillsong is gospel.
I felt like gospel was like
just hymns and like worship
like
music.
the gospel.
just more.
What's the guy that was just here? The American guy that was
Kirk Franklin.
Yeah, but there was controversy around the cross that was upside down.
And that means something different, honey.
Yeah, but
what? How can you make
Kirk Franklin, a super famous American gospel singer. He makes incredible music. He's produced a lot of not secular music, but he's done some stuff with like big secular artists. And he comes to South Africa. There's a big conference, 2-3 cities, but for some reason the decor there's an upside down cross on the stage, and it just turned out hectic on
Sure,
social media.
that's hectic. I didn't see that, but that's hectic.
But I
Yeah.
feel like as the decor person, there's
Events manager,
one,
stage manager,
there's
anybody.
one thing, man. I don't care if we can't hear the drums. I don't care if the backup singers are out of tune or
The
whatever.
cross.
Just
it
get
got
that
rough, it
right.
got
No,
rough,
that's yeah. Okay, but so my middle name is Murendeni, and a South African gospel artist, Lebo Sekobela, she sings a song called Murendeni, and she sings another song called Lion of Judah. So those are the two songs I start my morning with. Her voice. It gives you goosebumps, it chills down your spine in the weather that's outside right now. You know what I mean? It's hot, guys. But it's beautiful song. It's beautiful songs.
I'm just checking a song. I want to tell her about a song. Proceed.
No.
Doing
No, I was going to segue. I was going to segue into other aspects of life, but I think since we're here at the music juncture, we should.
I just want to say I'm sending you a song, Shonisani.
Please do.
Because I'm going to share a vulnerable fact about me.
Okay.
I hate flying, but whenever I fly, what really calms me down is gospel music, which is fascinating because I'm not really a churchgoer. I'm more spiritual than religious, but there's something soothing about like gospel music for me. And this song, the artist is called, I'm going to butcher it. She's Nigerian, Sunmisola Agbebi, and the song is Beola Honor. I'm butchering it right now, but
give us a taste.
But
Give us a taste.
the song is like 6 minutes, but it's incredible. I started crying so much because of this. I just one repetitive line, but it's a song I'm sending you. Check it out.
I will.
Such a random segment of the show right now, but
I can't
also just
wait.
like-
but
I'm also
that's-
going to put you on my song, okay?
me
Then
up.
you'll see if it talks to you.
Hit
So
me
it's
up.
just me and the viewers and listeners that are left
It's
out.
just Emma that
of
still
this
listens
overall.
to P Diddy.
Okay, we won't be talking about anything about that.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask her. So,
Yes.
like, one of the things that we chat about quite often is everybody's sort of different talents and abilities and aspirations, and that. Because I find a lot of people that are just happy to just be like, even when we talk about like COVID, obviously a dark time for a lot of people, and I'd been doing voiceovers out of like my little home studio for the longest time, and I built it up and learned how to edit and everything, and then COVID came, and then suddenly no one could go to studios, and people were like, does anybody know anyone with a home studio that could do voiceovers? I was like, I can. And they're like, great, because our usual guy, he doesn't have a studio. And I'm like, who's your usual guy? And like, people dropping big names, and I'm like, that person never taught themselves to edit. They never taught
Crazy.
themselves to. I'm like, why would you just be so happy at just being talent, or like not ever
Yeah.
venturing into anything else? And so I suppose my question is like, what you have an incredible skill set. You could have just gone like talent, actress, call me when you need me, baby. But you've pursued entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
What drives that?
Do you know what? Right now, I am lucky enough to be writing for one of the biggest shows in South Africa, prime time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm writing episodes. And I've been writing also since I was... My mom actually sent me a picture of a book that I used to finish books, like, you know, those exercise books, like those hardcover ones, just writing, you know, just poems and stuff, you know, you go through things. And I used to finish.
I would love to read a 6-year-old's Shonisani poem.
Yeah. Did you know clouds
Bananas.
come from two people that smoke on the mountain?
Clouds, puffs from the pot,
Vapor. Paper.
drapes over the mountain known as a table. We should write this.
No, seriously, that's a banger. But so in grade 9, I think I wrote for something or whatever, and then all the books get put in the garage storage or whatever. So my mom was cleaning out the garage last year when I was writing for another show, and she's like, I opened the first page and it says, me in grade 9, my dream is to write for South African TV shows and this, that, and she's like, Shoni, look, you said you were going to do it in grade 9 and look what you're doing now. And I was like, oh my
Insane.
gosh. God, also going back to God. But you're right about using my whole skill set. I've never wanted to just to be one faction of entertainment, you know what I mean? So even after my drama degree, I went back to UCT and I did my postgrad in management specializing in marketing. So because I've always had a thing for business and marketing, I just wanted to do the drama first and then go back to that, you know what I mean? So yeah, no, I love to just utilize everything I'm interested in and really go into that.
Do you have a PA, or is that all you?
I do everything. I literally, you know what I mean? But
Are you
I
allowed
do
to say
everything
it?
and I hate it. I hate doing everything.
I love it though because I'm a bit of a. Have you ever looked at something and the fonts are different and
yeah,
it's not
control freak.
it's not in the middle?
Yeah.
It's not in the middle, or it's like sitting at the bottom of.
Yeah.
And why is the hashtag in Times New Roman? And
Are you allowed to say what show you're writing for? If you don't want to.
oh no, yeah, it's very public. I'm writing for Is Pet or Destiny. It's at 6:30 every single day of the week, Monday to Friday on ETV.
That's insane. So how much time of the week do you spend writing?
Well, I write like an episode a week or an episode every,
Well, that's a lot of time.
so it's a lot of time, but you get given like a deadline.
30-minute eps.
Yeah, it's 30-minute eps. So
Oh, a lot of work.
yeah, it's a lot of work. You gotta churn out like 20 plus pages.
See, if you're not happy with what is happening in that story and the characters, and there's backstabbing, to judge.
It's not me.
Send her a DM.
So I want to chat about entrepreneurship, but just as from the actress perspective, one thing that I've seen come up a lot of the time is people like fans and their relationship with characters and not being able to understand. Like, you're really lighting up. Have you ever had one of those experiences?
Yes. In 2018, I moved to India to shoot a show. Okay, first of all, I'm the first ever black actress in the world to lead in an Indian Bollywood show.
That is incredible.
So I moved to India for a couple months in 2018 and we shot 260 episodes of a show called Mehek, which was a revival of a hit Bollywood show called Zindagi Ke Mehek. And so we did the Africa meets Bollywood, the first ever on Z World, and we intertwined in that story basically, and then they released it to the world on Sam. Let's do this. So I'm there. I was like the young lead, and my name was Nora. Now, if you go on any of my posts, Facebook page, Instagram page, a lot of the people commenting are the ones that watched Mehek. So they'll be like, Nora, oh, you're glowing. Nora, you look so good. Nora, oh, you can do this. Oh, Nora, don't have too much fat. Which I love. Because if someone is holding on to a character you played, it means you did something right.
How long were you there?
I lived there for 3 months.
Yeah.
But the show has played, I think from 2019, I think it's even still, it just keeps coming back to TV and back and forth. And because
you're gonna be Nora forever, but like,
I'm gonna be Nora forever.
Nora as a character never did anything like untoward. Because I've heard people say like, somebody plays a character and they're the scorely whatever, and then like they'll be walking in Spa and people are holding their handbags and like, that guy from that show.
Yeah, but don't you feel that way too? Like if you were to walk past Stefano Domera,
no.
you're gonna be like, hey Stefano, you're gonna be like,
imagine like as an actor, you get invited to his house. I'm like,
I'm not going
that
there.
guy, any of my secrets.
Isn't it the guy, the dude who was in Lord of the Rings? He played the villain in the first season.
Yeah.
He quit acting because of like the world was just so mean to him, and he's so young. And it's like
people are just throwing eggs at him.
Yeah.
And the kid from Harry Potter, the guy from Harry Potter, that kid as well, the blonde kid.
Yes, Draco Malfoy.
Yeah, it was also like, I'm out. This is
he
nonsense.
did it too good. Like he's evil.
Like you can just come over for a bride, like you brought your own trouble.
They also did that to Nsiki when she was on Generations and she was playing a psycho. Apparently, there's a story she said on a magazine or something where she used to walk through like the malls. People used to slap her. The South African audience, the public used to slap her for what she did on TV. That's like, crazy.
How hectic. It's so bad that we have to explain to people like, we're just acting, right? Like that's
not me.
That's so incredible.
So it's a double-edged sword, really, because it's great and it's also a bit like release me from the shackles of this character.
People crazy out there. So just touching on ZTV, how dramatic is Bollywood stuff? Like I've seen some like little clips where like one lady slapped the other lady and then she spun across the room and then like spun into the curtain and then she was wrapped up in the curtain. It's like, is it that dramatic? Is it like everything that dramatic?
Do you know what I love about Bollywood? It's like the truest, most rawest form of storytelling.
Yeah.
Do you know that you don't have to like tell a story being like, what is that word called where you do too much?
Exposition.
Like verbose. No?
Well, yeah,
where you have to,
too many words.
Yeah, and also where you have to exaggerate too much. You don't have to do that. If the storytellers are matching your freak in terms of like, I don't have to tell you, I slapped you into Wednesday. If they are slapping each other into Wednesday, now what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love the way they tell stories. It feels like that, yeah.
What did you say there? If they're messing with your freak?
Yeah, to match your freak. So Tinashe just released a song called Freak, I think. And then the chorus says, is anybody gonna match my freak? So now it's being used as something, if we have things in common, it means you're matching my freak.
Okay,
you see,
we're gonna use
wearing,
that.
me and you are wearing sneakers.
Yeah, yeah.
You're matching my freak. You see what I mean?
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. So we yeah. I've fallen out of touch with what's hip and happening.
But we do know what's happening with 2-year-old kids.
Yeah,
Oh,
2-year-old
yeah.
kids.
His hot property.
What's going on at the Coco
in-
Felons?
Yeah, no, that,
Well, they're all about the felons. They should be called Coco Felons.
let's not talk about the Cocomelon thing. It's a very hectic, dark thing at the moment that we need to talk
I
about
want to
another
ask
day.
about
But
the weave company you started.
Right.
How did that come about?
Okay,
'Cause
it's
that's
braids,
massive.
first of all.
Sorry.
and you-
So,
Weaves
sorry.
and fiber, two
Why
different
did I think
things.
it was weaves?
No.
those are very
It's
very
the opposite,
Well,
actually.
okay,
It's
so-
like
so-
literal
sorry.
complete opposites.
Apologies.
But yes, so I get back from India, right? And I went to
It's all
go.
starting to make sense now. I can see this picture playing out.
Oh,
Sorry,
you're
yes.
seeing all of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I should write a little story about it. I get back from India and then I didn't get another acting job for like a year. So then I used my other skill set, the marketing part. So then I worked for the morning show as their social media manager for like couple months or whatever, and then I got a phone call from a friend of mine. You actually just spoke about him, Momo Tebe, and he was like, have you ever like influenced for like, oh, back then it wasn't called influence, advertised for hair? And I was like, no, what do you mean? He was like, no, well, I just saw an opportunity and I think you should try out for it, you know, just tell the company who you are and what you do and see if they'll take you. And I was like, okay, cool. And I tried out for it and they were like, yes. And then I was influencing Afrotex hair for like a year, 2 years. And then one day they took me out for lunch. They were like, Sean's come over for lunch. So I'm like, yeah, love them. Okay. Love the whole company. They're awesome people. So we go out for lunch and we love to eat together. So now we're eating and they were like, what do you think about a braid called the Shonisani braid? I think I dropped my utensils. I looked up at the sky. I said, God, again, okay? I was like,
Stop.
You know? And I was like, yes, let's do it. And that was what? 2020. And then we launched on the 27th of February 2020.
Okay.
Guess what happened? A week later, the world goes on lockdown. The world goes on lockdown. No salons. No.
Oh, shit.
Hey guys, I'm selling
And I
braids.
was like, God, actually, when I said stop, I meant carry on. That's my bad. So then that's how I got into the braid thing. So my first year was like basically a dull dud because of COVID.
Yeah.
But then people started doing their own hair at home. So then when they opened up the economy so that we could start selling like that, then that's how we started booming and getting the Shonisani braid gang of people who were just basically like working it out on their own. And then the shops opened and then we started this whole family. And then now it's 4 years later. And the braid gang is stronger than ever.
That's awesome.
And we went from 13 colors to 17 colors. We have 1-tone, 2-tone, 3-tone colors. Yeah, I'm really proud.
That's incredible.
Can we put braids on Boa?
Yes, we can.
Or maybe that's
Oh, is it going to be a bit cultural appropriation?
yeah.
Oh, if you
Scrap
guys
that.
do it to me, if I was saying I might do it,
If it was your idea, it would be
Then-
terrible. If it's our
If it's our idea, then it's fine, yeah.
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 But that is incredible. I
Yeah.
wouldn't mind. I'm going to be honest with
opportunity.
you. I wouldn't mind having a hair product out there, bird wash. Didn't Herman Mashaba, what does he have?
Black.
He's got a company, a skincare company, Black and Beautiful. No?
Herman, the
Herman
mayor,
Mashaba, yeah.
Herman Mashaba. No, wasn't who had black like me?
a skincare
Black like
company.
me. Not skincare. No, I'm asking, is it
Black like
hair
me is-
care, skincare?
I had
that's
no
that's
idea.
hair care. Black
Hair
like me. Hair
Yeah.
care.
Herman
I
Mashaba.
thought he was just politicking. I had
where he
no
gets the
idea.
money.
No one is just politicking.
Let me just Google it.
Everybody got a side hustle going
Is
on
it a hair
here.
product? What do you call it?
It's,
Skin product.
Yeah,
Black like me.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Who is the owner of Black Like Me Hair Products? Herman Mashaba. He started in 1985.
What?
Yeah.
I was
Newsflash.
today's years old when I.
So I wouldn't mind having a bird bush little mullet care system, little mullet
Dude,
care.
you would rock that. Dude,
I
would-
really
was
think you should look
doing
into it.
I would no
Because also
Wouldn't make money.
facially, here, you're packing. Okay? It can't just be here. You must also show them like how you do it, like this.
And I'll go for 17 colors like you.
Yes, 100%. I could mentor you
17
if you
colours
want.
all at once, though. All at once. Can I ask something about? This is gonna be for this. Like, one thing that absolutely fascinates me about like a lot of the Afrikaans ladies that I've seen is, so one of my favorite teachers from school, she had this like honeycomb hair, like a Marge Simpson thing.
Was she an older lady?
When you say older lady,
Was she like 50 plus, or was she?
Yeah, she was an older lady. But then I'd see the ladies with the honeycomb, but then like the different color stripes.
Wait.
And it's
Swag.
Did you go to school in the East Rand?
No. I just see it every now and then. I'm like, what do you ask for when you go in?
Stripes.
Give me the Rainbow Nation.
Just all the colors. So that's
When in
something that
Potchefstroom, that
fascinates
wasn't
me.
a big thing. Growing up in Potchefstroom, the lots of colors in the hair wasn't that big.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe
It's
nowadays.
the peroxide.
But I'm sorry, that's what happens when you grow up where you grow up. The Afrikaans people, they are making bad decisions.
So you're like, okay, cool. So you've got your 72 hard, was it
75 hard.
75 hard,
But
right?
like I said, it's my version of it.
What's
Yeah.
left for the day?
What's left for the day?
Yeah, no, I'm saying for
Today?
today.
No, for your 75. What's
I
left?
need to read my 10 non-fiction today.
Okay.
And then I also need to put together. To be accountable, right? I started doing it on TikTok. So every single day when I'm doing it, I post it on TikTok. It's not for them, it's for me. It's because there can't be a gap in the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Accountability.
I'm doing accountability, yeah. So every single day I make myself baby reels and then I post on my TikTok to hold myself accountable. So I need to read my 10 pages and then, I need to drink like a liter more of water as well. And then
That's rough.
I
Yeah.
tried to do that.
Tap water.
I tried to do that with a 30-day run challenge. I was like, guys, I'm going to do a 30-day run
that.
challenge.
That is so
And then I got like day 15, and work was getting more and more hectic. I was coming home at like 8, and I'm like, hey guys, I'm gonna go run now at like 8 o'clock. And like I lived in Kai Sands. I'm like, I'm running through Cosmo City. Just hope you guys. This is the proof that I'm running. And like by like day 20, I was like, I'm so close, but I'm like, I can't keep doing this, man.
They must make that. They must change. They must not change that app. That app must exist. They must make another one where it's like 75 good deeds. Imagine like hug a stranger, help a lady.
I think you're onto something.
help a lady over the street, help her back over the other street.
Should we do it in November? Eh?
We can do it.
Should we
like-
start in November?
Should we do
75 good
a-
deeds.
A
But
campaign.
75
What would we call it? Like a November.
But if everyone is helping everyone, then no work's going to be done. The economy.
So it's like every day is Mandela Day.
67 things. That's funny.
But we chatted about like the whole Mandela Day thing, and saying like we don't need like these huge grand gestures. Everyone just needs to kind of
Do your part.
do something small. Like
Pick up a
make
piece of
some these-
litter.
Yeah,
Be the Mandela in your community. In your street.
Yes. Yeah.
Be the Mandela in your street.
Is that the shirts we're going to make? Is that the merchandise?
Is that at the back?
Endorsed by Shonisani.
I love it so much.
Officially endorsed.
Yeah.
That would be such a cool idea. So one question I love asking, and just from a South African standpoint, is what's the vibe? Like obviously, South Africa is a country full of feels. We're angry and happy and celebrating, and it's weekend, but we're also stressed about finances and stuff. There's so many emotions always. What's your view on how the country feels at the moment? Maybe.
Okay, we've entered the big days. Once the months go to burrs, you know? September, October, November, December. We are in the big days, okay?
Yeah.
So we're good right now. This is when people are showing up to work hungover, you know, because they left the club and they went straight and they went to the gym to shower and get into their thingies, and then they go to their office. So right now, the vibe in South Africa is really nice. The sun is coming out, you know, we're going to get those lovely Joburg storms. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling
hopeful?
I'm very hopeful. And my birthday is in December on the 30th, best day of the year. Think about it. 30th of December is the best day of the year. It's not New Year's, right? Everyone's been paid. Okay. And it's like everyone's like hopeful, but they're leaving behind there and then they're going into so you're in that wave of just like people
But no
feeling.
one's there to party with you because it's holiday. It's deep. Everyone's away.
Unless
online.
You are the holiday. So what I do with my friends.
Not the shirt.
This is
Be the
interesting.
holiday.
No, seriously.
Be the holiday.
Yeah, what I do with my friends is like, since I turned 18, because before I was 18, every birthday I'd spend in Venda, in the villages, with my granny and stuff. But after 18, my parents were like, go, be free, live. So we've been like doing things like we will go Zimbabwe, or we'll go to Mozambique, or we'll go to Botswana, or we'll go, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
As a group of friends. And we've even started doing Friendsmas, so because now we're not all going home to our families anymore. So now 25th to like the 3rd of Jan, we're all together. We do Friendsmas, then we go away, then we come back and my birthday falls in there and everyone's happy, champagne, and yeah.
I love the concept of having experiences. Like I'm a huge advocate for South Africans experiencing not only South Africa, but go have experiences, go make memories, and
spend money on experiences.
Yes.
Yeah. But collect memories, not things.
Stamps.
kind of thing. But an interesting question. And we just did like a financial literacy kind of campaign a little while ago, and I find like that's probably one of the biggest things that bug me at the moment. It's like I feel like we always left so far behind as far as like financial literacy thing, like
For
things
artists.
go. For artists, the South Africans, it's
Just we don't know anything about
Finance.
the
we
tax.
never thought about like finance things, and like it happened to be like maybe 4 years ago is the first time like I wasn't broke in January, because I was actually asked myself, I was like, why do we make it?
Yeah.
Why is everyone so happy to be broke in Jan? Like, why is that even
As a
thing? It's like,
country.
we don't. Did anybody stop and say, guys, you don't have.
We don't have-
You don't have to, like.
If-
People are on the 30th going, I've still got $2,000 left. I better get broke before Jan rolls around.
No, the lack of education on money. If you think about it, that's the most important thing you need to learn in life is how to use your money. And if you don't pick those subjects in school, like there's nothing that
Then
teaches you about tax.
if you take history and art and
it doesn't
French,
help you.
what are you going to do with
But
your
I'm
money?
saying, so to be able to like, to be able to have experiences like saving up and having a little kitty for Mozambiques and stuff, is that something that's like that's just naturally you, or is it a case of like, listen, everything's booming at the moment, so we got cash to burn?
Do you know what? I feel two ways about what you just said right now about financial literacy, because I feel like sometimes I don't know how to tell whether a diamond is real or fake. Why?
Yeah.
Because I'm not in the financial market to have real or fake diamonds, So I'm saying there sometimes isn't enough money for you to be learning about saving. Save what? What would I save, So
That's funny. What am I saving?
So my thing is literally, it's sometimes luck and sometimes it's like saving. You're right.
Yeah.
So now that I'm older, I do put away money for December, especially because it's my birthday. I can't get to the end and be like, the consequences
be
of my
letting
actions.
everyone-
What are you doing here?
I let everyone carry me. I'm like, it's my birthday. Where are you guys taking me this time?
Can you guys give me the gifts in January? And especially yours are the 5 gifts that I need. I need the allowance for my child.
Yeah. So now I save, right? But normally it used to be like luck. You just get a random Colgate campaign in November. Oh, that's a nice little 20K in your pocket. Then you're like, guys, let's go to
You got that
Mozambique.
Colgate smart. You did a Colgate thing, didn't you?
Can you tell them?
You got that freaking. You got that.
Shout out to Colgate
Shout
for
out
the
Colgate.
sponsorship.
You know what
But
I
yeah.
would like to see? I think you need to. People in the TV world, I think Shonisani needs a reality show.
What?
You're the kind of person that I feel the camera needs to follow.
Yeah,
'Cause
you've got.
I think
that
you guys will get
personality.
bored, hey? Unless it's one of those reality shows that's like once every
well, we
leap
know
year.
it's scripted. We know all those
Actually,
things.
that's basically what this whole conversation has been around about.
That's true.
We've been trying to suss out. That's why we're like, so what else do you do in your day?
Yeah, you keen for a reality show? Yeah.
4 minutes of reading the books.
Imagine you guys just
Yeah, following in your 75-day challenge.
then you come get my hair done with me.
Oh snap!
That would be a
It's a good 6 hours
Yeah.
just getting knotless braids and just
Oh, that's a long time, eh?
Dude, if you get braids, I just want to stand. I don't want to faint. But if you can, if we get him braids, he'll have a mullet. He'll be a guy with a mullet.
No,
He can if he wants.
Have a mullet.
Yes, he can.
I just want you to have a mullet.
Does he
as
even
well.
have? Do you have a brush cut underneath? What do you have?
No,
we can
no.
definitely work with that. We can work with
So
that. We
we're gonna-
can give you a little Amari on,
Bro,
with the little
don't you
with
want
the
this?
pendant. We can do that too. You guys
We
can
will
be
do it
twins.
we'll do it as a challenge.
Please do it as a
As long
challenge.
as long as it's not appropriating.
Okay, well, a
Anything.
question. I'm asking because I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm also a white guy. does the braids? You can't do cornrows for Tema to the back and then go down.
We
You know
can.
how much
We
respect?
can definitely do it.
I know you're getting a lot of respect in the streets, but you know how much more respect you would get.
It would actually double the respect.
literally, I immediately just envision.
I've seen you at school.
Who was at Fresh as I Miss?
Chingy, no.
You look like Craig David.
Lil Bow Wow.
Little Bow Wow.
Yeah.
That is. I'm just
You
imagining.
look like
And
David.
Ludacris literally yesterday dropped a new braid picture. Like, he's looking
And
good.
Craig David.
Cornrows.
But listen, our kid goes to the same school.
Oh.
The people don't respect you there.
What do you mean that don't respect
I've
me?
seen them. I think you need to call.
I mean, newsflash, buddy.
I just think they'll respect you more. I don't know. I'm
I
just
don't
saying.
need to be respected in the parking lot of the school, man. Like that's not
I
where
need
life's
you to be
about.
respected.
And they respect you there.
Yeah.
We're gonna make
You're
it
a big
happen.
man.
I'm gonna book it.
No. So in all honesty,
Yeah.
I actually have to keep hair in my head because my face is too round.
got a
I've
beautiful
got a
face.
round face.
I have the same thing. I have to keep hair around my face because without it, I've never just done a push back, a straight back, a
Yeah,
cornrow because my face I look like the moon. Okay.
But that Thomas, I was like, I feel like that
Thomas
Thomas the Tank Engine just.
That's why I got this thing hanging. Okay.
You guys
Little
look
bit of-
beautiful. You both have beautiful
Maybe.
faces.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. That means a lot. But
Thanks.
Means nothing.
Because Boa loves wearing bucket hats,
Yes,
and
he
I'm
does.
like, bucket hats does kill it for me. Like, ooh, there's this. Now I'm
good.
just one funny
I actually have to flip it up if I wear bucket hats. Otherwise,
Got to add some sort of other angle.
Just
to
an
this.
angle. You know what I mean?
That's funny.
But yeah, so how do you manage? You've got a full schedule. You've got so many things going on. How do you manage friends, family time? I mean, is it a struggle, or do you have like a conscious set?
Yo, no, we are so clingy and needy. My support, my friends and family and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm in like so many WhatsApp groups just for one group of people because then so if you have a family group or a friend group of 10, then within that there's a fraction of like the ones that like to watch reality shows, and then the ones that like to hike on the Saturdays, and then the ones that like to go to the festivals, you know, and then the ones that like to read books, book club. And then so within that one group there's now 5 other groups that have broken, and we speak all day every day about everything on all the social medias.
Yeah.
So I'm sending you a tweet, a WhatsApp, an Instagram, a TikTok, a bird, okay? And that's me and all my friends and all my family. We are so like
Connected,
so
yeah.
connected. I see each other every single weekend,
Yeah.
or we're talking every single day, or it's a given.
That's
Very
power.
powerful.
Yeah, no, we
I'm
have
not
a-
like that,
a tribe.
but it's important to have a community.
It's so important.
Yeah, to have your people. Just talking about WhatsApp groups. Like we've got like too many WhatsApp groups, and there'll be a friend group, but then there's like this one guy on there. It's like there's a sensitive thing that we can't talk about. So we set up
So then you take it
another
to them.
one. So it's like there's 3, but it's 90% the same person.
Yeah.
We've just dropped one.
Just drop one.
One guy
Yeah.
who
That
can't be
mentioned
involved.
Maybe
in that.
move over to iMessage for the Android ones. I'm joking.
That's funny.
Where are
That was
you
a joke.
at? Where you at? Are you Android or iOS?
I'm iOS.
Is it
Yes.
all the way?
My whole ecosystem is
Yeah.
iOS. Like
That's what I've been saying.
what do you mean you can't airdrop your computer? You have to email your. I don't even know how it works in the other world.
Do you know what we learned? Penyo, Miss PVK, she was at our studio the other day. She showed me that I can copy something on my phone.
Yes, and
I
paste
just
it on your
push
laptop.
paste.
Yeah.
I was like,
Control
that's-
V.
That blew my. I've been copy pasting things for no
that's
reason now.
crazy.
Just got lazy. Need to pay someone. I'm just like copy paste.
But the new
It's
iOS
incredible.
update. Thank you, Apple, for the sponsor.
Yeah, shout
is we don't have an Apple sponsor. Your phone.
I love that she's like, I know.
Yeah, you guys
Imagine.
got nothing, son. But your phone mirrors on your laptop. You can control your phone from your laptop on the new update
Oh yes.
with the new Apple 16.
Yes.
You put your phone there and you operate it.
I mean,
from
you can do that with your watch also.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know that.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. And like I get the watch thing. I love it. I used to hate it so much because what do you mean it's going to tell me to stand up? It's actually very rude, okay? Like, what, telling me to stand up.
Now you got a widget on your phone telling you to hey, read 10 pages.
That's different. It's not saying you got to do it. It's like if you do it, you can click here to say you've done it. This watch says stand up now. Oh, like, okay,
The
anyways.
audacity.
My worst thing is like I actually turned off the notification, but like my watch will tell me when I'm stressed, and I'm like, thanks, thanks. Thanks for making me realize the thing that I already realized.
Yeah.
But thanks for telling me that.
But the watches are saving lives, guys. Did you see on Twitter? I'm always on Twitter, chronically online. And there's this tweet of this girl who her grandmother started acting strange. So she put her watch on her grandmama, and then the watch detected something that she had to go rush her grandmother to hospital for. Yeah. But if they had just given her Panado and been like, sleep it off, she might not have woken up.
Yeah.
And then the Apple Watch detected that. That's crazy.
Shout out to
I had a moment like that
robots.
this morning. I was driving back from gym. And shame, there was a dude walking down the street, but he was like stumbling and like crazy. And like the first thought to me, I'm like, he's just
TikTok challenge.
No, I was just like, he's obviously just going to. And I'm like, what if he's actually having an episode? Like no one's gonna, no one's gonna pay attention to him, whatever. So I stopped the car, turned around, go to him. He's like laying on the floor. Turns out it was just a case of he drank too many of those small sachets. Yeah. So I mean, not that I wish something cooler.
No.
Yeah.
But we got to be out there saving lives.
I get you.
So aspirations, you've got so much going for yourself. I don't see any. There's no evidence of you taking your foot off the gas.
No, we're gonna keep going.
And
what's the next color of braid that's coming?
Okay,
is there a Rainbow Nation?
You can actually do the rainbow. Oh no, I don't have green.
There's your idea. Do you have a green and gold for the Springboks?
I don't. I just have the gold, but I don't have a green. Okay, but my mother company Afrotex has a green, so maybe we can do something for the.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
So you say I must get a green and gold mullet?
That sounds absolutely beautiful. It sounds like art, to be honest.
Sounds like someone's getting cancelled.
But like next,
you did it, not me. I have a mullet already. This is my tribe's hair. Anyway, Shonisani.
But next.
Sorry.
Oh no, it's okay.
Go for it.
Next, you know what I want to do?
Yeah.
I want to take this writing thing to the next level, right?
Yeah.
So because I haven't actually acted in so long, I think it's been like a year or something since my last role. And so they're not checking for me right now. So I need to start writing for me. And I want to do a rom-com. And I want to write the rom-com. And I want it to be shot. And I know it's going to be brilliant because, it's going to be funny and brilliant. Have you watched Nobody Wants This on Netflix right now?
Thank you.
That's what I'm going to write. And when I saw that, my two faves.
It's Erin Foster, the girl that created it. It's her story. It's her and her husband.
And do you know when you speak from truth, you make the bucket stuff?
Yeah.
Because those conversations were way too real. It's like, Kristen
incredible.
Bell, were you in my living room when I was having this conversation,
Incredible.
So I'm going to do that.
So it's about a Venda girl falling in love with the Afrikaans guy. Is that what you're writing?
I mean,
Afrikaans guy with the
that
mullet.
is something.
Is that the premise?
Yeah, it could
Or
be.
we're just selling a show right now.
feel like I need to influence myself
that
into
could be
the script
so
somewhere.
cute.
Directed by Temba.
No. I want an on-screen opportunity.
No, you could definitely, you could be like my brother.
Okay, done.
My brother who's not Venda.
Yeah, that's not Venda. With the round
Half
face.
brother, if you will.
I think it sounds.
No, that sounds really
Netflix
great.
calling. We better take this.
Hello, Netflix.
We just sold the show.
No, seriously, wow, yes,
Elevator
rom-com.
pitch.
I would love that. That's it's tickling my fancy. But yes, I want to write a rom-com. I want to obviously shoot it next year and get it be put on the platforms. I have a feeling it's going to be brilliant and stuff.
Yeah.
And I also want to expand the Shonisani braid and sell to more people. And also I want to start doing hair stuff. So like bonnets
Like
and
weaves, not weaves.
no.
Not yet.
That's there's a lot of people doing the weave thing.
Okay.
It's just not
Saturated.
me. I can't even remember the last time I put a weave on because that's so much on the. But I'm going to. I bought this. I bought this burnt orangish wig for December because I'm going to be coming out. Just being.
Yeah.
So I'm turning 33. I'm going to be so extra, you guys.
I love the way you planned your hair
Times
for
3.
December already. I'm
No,
like,
of course. I've already planned my outfits. I've already bought them. What do you mean? I also have to get into. That's also why I'm working out.
Okay.
I don't really fit into the outfits that I bought,
Okay.
but I'm well fit into them.
Yeah.
I've done that before. Like
Manifesting
I bought
the
myself
body.
a Carhartt shirt. It's a really sick Carhartt shirt. Shout out to Carhartt. But it's a tad too small. But I bought it. I was like, because you're gonna get into
goal.
this.
No, you will, and you have to set goals.
Yeah. You have to set
Seeing
goals.
is believing.
So one thing I just want to touch on quickly, and that I completely and absolutely take my hat off to you, and it's one way that I've found really worked for me is I used to hate going to auditions, and when you've got those dry periods and nobody's hiring or like somebody else's flavor of the month and you having to take a back seat. like my thought process is always like, okay, so what's the point of an audition? It's to show people what I can do. And so I'm like, let's create content. Like if I make a video, people will see what I can do. And then like my catalog is out there, essentially, kind of thing. And I love your thought process behind like, okay, cool. Instead of waiting for someone to be like, hey, please be in my movie, you're going, all right, my own.
Yeah, like Issa Rae did, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She was doing Awkward Black Girl on YouTube. Then she got picked up by HBO for Insecure, 4 seasons deep. Because she was doing her own thing because no one is checking for her. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And actually, you gave me an idea. I think this week, I'm going to do a monologue challenge. Just to get in front of the right eyes. Maybe Bow's like, you know, casting for something. Maybe he'll be like, that's our lead. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, don't have to get ready if you stay ready.
Yeah.
That is
well,
beautiful.
we're super open to work with you. Should the opportunity arise, be it
Let's do
short
it.
form, long form,
all the forms.
all the forms,
Yeah.
even just a picture that
I'm,
we'll take now.
I'm excited for the
film.
braid collab you guys
for
are
the
doing.
braids.
The timber range that's dropping. But thank you for your time, Shoni.
Tim braids.
It's super inspiring because I've known you in a while now. Like I think it's like 5 years.
Yeah.
But I've never had a deep dive into your life like this. So thanks for being honest and vulnerable, but also just it's so inspiring to hear all your hustles. And
I think that's that's definitely for me is to say it's like I completely expected a big character, and as you started speaking, I was like, there is wow here. Like I'm completely understanding your parents, like as you said at the beginning. But it's just so lovely to have like genuinely emphatic people and just hardworking people and people who are like making their own ways. You know, not sitting back, because I think we need that. We need stories like that. But everybody's in this thing like, oh, there's nothing going on, and I'm very depressed. And you're like, go make the things go
Something.
on. Switch those switches, go through those doors, whether they want you or not. And so, as I say, take my hat off to you. And
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me too. Like,
Awesome.
honestly, this is so much fun. I forgot that I was even like on a podcast. You know, I thought I was just talking to, you know, the two coolest
best
gents in
friends.
South.
Two besties.
Two besties.
Okay, tell the people where they can get your braids. Sell that stuff.
Right, so we sell the Shonisani braid on the Afro store, which is www.afrostore.co.za. Also, you can go to Instagram and follow us at Shonisani braid. Our top 3 pinned posts are all the colors, all the shops in South Africa near you, where we are actually physically in store, and also a little bit more about us. You know, I shot a little advert for you guys, you know, to view, to see how the hair moves, you see. And also make sure to watch my show. It's not my show, but I'm writing for the show. ETV 6:30 is Petal Destiny. And what else?
Keep an eye out for the show next year.
Yes, keep an eye out for a love story between. And
With a weird half brother.
Thanks for watching, you guys. Thanks so much.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.